and support affected facilities. Mombasa County officials report that the damage is extensive and have stated that approximately 300 billion shillings will be required to effectively address the flooding challenges and restore normal operations. Authorities continue to monitor the situation as rescue and relief efforts are scaled up across the affected areas.
Those who are doing the construction, that in the next 3 months, these construction works will be completed. The Inuka police station will be here. So I want to assure my officers, our officers, that they need not to worry very much. Everything is under control, and very soon they are going to get a modern police station with all the necessary facilities.
Now, the Senate committee is currently interrogating senior security officials over concerns related to rising cases of criminal activity and the general state of security in the country. Among those appearing before the committee are the Director of Criminal Investigations, Mohammed Amin, and the Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja. The session is focused on addressing concerns about the activities of suspected hooligans and other security challenges affecting different parts of the country. Lawmakers are seeking clear explanation on measures being taken to restore order and enhance public safety. The committee is expected to review the effectiveness of current security strategies and recommend further actions to curb the rising insecurity concerns.
Are on duty for fulfilling the requirement of the Constitution on 247 in all the villages of the Republic of Kenya. All the 1,300 police stations that are distributed throughout Kenya are working in the fulfillment of the requirements of the Constitution. So I want to assure the honorable members here, the entire Senate, Parliament, and all the people of Kenya that we are safe. That's the starting point. Number two, honorable chair and honorable members, on matters raised by the honorable senator, Honorable Senator Duro, the Senator of Isiolo, they are very, very sensitive matter. And the National Police Service takes them very, very serious. And that is the reason why when I got her consent, I did direct the DCI to assemble another team from Nairobi to look at all the issues that have been raised. And the only asking at this level, honorable chair and honorable members, is that the honorable senator is going to work, closely with us so that we can be able to conclude these issues, because she has raised weighty issues.
Like I said a short while ago, honorable chair, I had an opportunity to go through the police file, and I can confirm to this committee that indeed there was shooting, and I can further confirm that Honorable Fatuma Dulo did not stage manage that shooting. This was an act by criminals with very, very bad intentions. And I'm very optimistic that we'll get them. Secondly, Honorable Chair, is the aspect of the delay in the submission of the cartridges to the forensics lab. And this is something I myself noticed when I was perusing the file. And I instructed the RCIO Eastern to give a show cause letter to the investigating officers to explain the circumstances behind the delay in the submission of the 4 spent cartridges. We are yet to get the response, but on the basis of the response that we'll be getting from the investigating officers, then that will inform my next course of action. In terms of the 2 suspects, it is true that they were summoned by the investigating officers and they recorded statements. So, contrary to the allegations by the Honorable Governor, who is not with us in this committee, nobody is untouchable. If there is evidence to show that they were the perpetrators, they were the persons who committed this shooting, then appropriate action will be taken against these 2 suspects as per law established. In terms of the allegation that there is manipulation of the raw data,
And moving on, the United Democratic Alliance, UDA, is conducting grassroots election for its officials across 18 counties in the country, aiming to enhance its leadership structure at the local level. In Tana River County, however, party leaders and supporters have expressed anger following the postponement of elections that were scheduled for today. The party has announced that the polls will now be held next month to allow for better preparation and a smoother electoral process. Some members in Tana River say they are disappointed with the decision, arguing that the delay was communicated late and has disrupted their plans. UDA maintains that the postponement is necessary to ensure a fair, transparent and well-organized election process.
From Waldena ambaye mvua imenyesha, which are only 6 polling stations, where we expected if there is any cancellation or any postponement ifanyike hiyo, you are postponing elections for the whole county for no good reason. There are no logistical challenges here. So mambo ya ku hide behind logistical challenges are not there. The arrows have already been hired. The materials are here. We know it is because a section has complained that there is lack of fairness.
We are here to protest. We are protesting on the last minute cancellation of UDA election. We accept party decision, but we are very disappointed. We are very disappointed.
Na tunasema hiyo tarehe 2 isikuwe tena ni kurukishwa iende siku nyingine. Tunasema tupatiwe nafasi wao wajipange, sisi pia tujipange, hatuna shida.
Now, more than 1.4 million people from 6 counties in the Nyanza region have not registered as voters despite having a national identification cards. According to Nyanza Regional Coordinator Flora Moroa, if efforts are ongoing to improve registration, her office is working closely with various organizations, including local chiefs, to encourage more people to sign up with the remaining 5 days. Mora also revealed that over 80,000 national ID cards have not been collected, which is affecting government plans. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, will conclude the mass voter registration exercise next Tuesday. After that, registration will continue at constituency offices.
National Registration Bureau here to have all the chiefs and the assistant chiefs collecting these IDs and taking them to the village level because they know these people so that they can also register as voters. A lot of our young people are very active on social media. You even wonder and imagine if you don't live in Kenya, you might think there's any voting or anything that goes on in social media. I'm sure you have also noticed the activity on social media. And some of them, when you talk to them, they do not have any voter's card, but they are very busy on social media. That, well, it may help in some way, but they must participate.
Taking votes and civic responsibilities are behavioral attribute, and we need to address it using behavioral solutions. What we are also requesting is members of our political class. It is very, very unfortunate that the day that this mass voter registration was started is the day they started political bickering. It's very unfortunate. And we need...
And leaders from the Wajir County are now calling on Kenya's electoral body, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, to review and extend the current voter registration timeline. According to the politician, the existing schedule does not adequately reflect the realities faced by residents in arid and semi-arid regions. They argue that Wajir's vast size, poor infrastructure and harsh climate make it difficult for more eligible voters to access registration centers within the allocated time. The leaders further note that applying a uniform registration period across all counties is unfair, especially when smaller and more accessible regions are given the same time frame as expansive and remote areas like Wajir. They are urging the Commission to adopt a more flexible and inclusive approach, one that takes into account regional differences and ensures that no eligible voter is left out.
Mathare constituency is 3 square kilometers. Wajir is 60,000 square kilometers. Those two cannot have the same time period despite the differences in population in terms of registering their people, because there are serious and significant logistic issues involved. The people in Wajir are also not sedentary. There are people who move around with herding communities, and special considerations must be given to these communities so that they can register their people.
Iko mvua. Sasa ile hata makarani ya kupiga kura iko mahali hao ambao unaweza fika. Tunataka iongozwe ile muda. Hiyo muda ni kidogo sana. Mwezi moja. Hii commission walisema ufanye registration kwa ofisi ya coordinator, constituency coordinator. Hii mwezi moja tu ndio walifanya.
Now, away from that, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki has called on opposition leaders to stop inciting young people to cause chaos during protests. He emphasized that violence is not the solution to the rising cost of fuel in the country. Speaking during a public address, Kindiki urged leaders to promote peaceful dialogue and responsible leadership. He warned that unrest only worsens the situation and affects businesses and daily life. The Deputy President assured citizens that the government is working on measures to address the high fuel prices. He encouraged unity and peace as efforts continue to stabilize the economy.
Hatuwezi kukubali nchi ya Kenya ni nchi chini ya katiba na sheria, na hakuna mtu ako juu ya katiba na sheria. Na vijana wetu, usidanganywe na mtu kiongozi ako na miaka mingi, sio kijana kama wewe. Yeye ameelimisha watoto wake, yeye amemaliza kazi yake ya muhimu duniani, alafu akuje wewe kijana wa miaka 20, miaka 30, bado hujapata familia, bado wengine hawajapata kazi, bado hujaanza maneno yako, alafu uende akuambie uende ukahatarisha maisha yako kufanya mambo ya fujo na kukabiliana na polisi kule barabarani.
Now, health services at public hospitals across Bungoma County have been disrupted after clinical officers downed their tools. The officers are protesting against what they describe as failure by the county government to address their demands. The strike has left many patients stranded as outpatient and inpatient services remain limited in several facilities. Some patients have been turned away or advised to seek help in private hospitals. The clinical officers say they have raised concerns over poor working condition, lack of promotion, and delays in salary adjustments. They insist that they will not resume work until their grievances are fully addressed. County health officials have urged the officers to return to work while discussions continue, warning that the ongoing strike is affecting essential health services.
Ya Return to Work Formula 2026 na mkataba wa CBA ambayo mpaka sasa mwajiri wa Bungoma kati ya waajiri wengine 46 yeye tu na wachache wengine hawajatia sahihi. Inaonyesha ya kwamba mwajiri huyu hajawajibika katika shughuli yake ya kuonyesha ya kwamba wafanyikazi wanafanya kazi katika hali ambayo iko sawa.
Kwa hivi sasa tuko hapa na ni uchungu kwamba Wakenya wataenda kuumia kwa sababu kuna mtu amekataa kufanya kazi kwa hiyo ofisi, na tunasema MCAs tunakuja wa county assembly kwa tafuta, tutaulize hii pesa ya wahudumu wa afya iko wapi? Manake mgomo ulikuwa na kila mtu alialikwa pale kwa Council of Governors na Wizara ya Afya. Wakaketi chini. Ile Bungoma County haikuwepo na kwenda kusaini. Tunataka kujua kwa nini hawakuenda na pesa zetu ziko wapi? Manake hatuulizi mambo mageni. Tunauliza tu pesa kidogo ambayo tulielewana inafaa.
Now, tension remain high in Garissa following the death of a 22-year-old taxi driver, Aden Mohammed, who was allegedly shot by a police officer at the Modika roadblock. The incident has sparked protests from residents demanding justice and the arrest of the officer involved. Local leaders have called for quick and transparent investigations and accountability from the security agencies. The Independent Police Oversight Authority has taken over the case with a post-mortem expected at Garissa Referral Hospital. The incident has raised concerns over the police conduct and the public safety in the region.
Charles or Chalo. This morning at around 2:00 a.m. This is the third incident. Chalo has been transferred from Balambala, where he has also killed another young man. He is a rogue police officer. We came and sat down with the police command. It seems there is an element of cover-up. Chalo is being said is no longer in Garissa. He has been given a police vehicle and driven outside Garissa. We want police officers, together with IPOA, to produce the firearms, the firearm register, and that vehicle. Nasikitisha sana.
Mohamed Hassan ako na miaka 24, aliweza kupigwa risasi na akaaga hapo hapo. Mwili imepelekwa Garissa Referral Hospital mortuary, tunangojea kufanya postmortem. Na vile mnavyojua, wakati mwananchi yote akipigwa risasi na polisi, uchunguzi inachukuliwa na IPOA na wako on the ground, tunawapea support ile wanahitaji na uchunguzi inaendelea. So far area Garissa kumekuwa na maandamano sababu wananchi wako na taharuki kidogo
ya kuwa maraia, ya kuwa wananchi. Kwa tunajua polisi ni wa kulinda wananchi, lakini kwa sasa tumejua ya kwamba na tunashuhudia ya kwamba polisi wa Garissa wamekuwa wa kuua maraia. 22 years old wanaua, wanachukua roho yao bila sababu. Kwa hivyo tunajulisha serikali ya kwamba kama hii mtendo haitabadilika, this station will return to al-adl.
Is no longer in Garissa. He has been given a police vehicle and driven outside Garissa. We want police officers, together with IPOA, to produce the firearms, the firearm register, and that vehicle. Nasikitisha sana.
Mohamed Hassan ako na miaka 24, aliweza kupigwa risasi na akaaga hapo hapo. Mwili imepelekwa Garissa Referral Hospital mortuary, tunangojea kufanya postmortem. Na vile mnavyojua, wakati mwananchi yote akipigwa risasi na polisi,
Now, in business news, cotton farming in Lamu is making a strong comeback after years of decline. The crop, once a key part of the coastal economy, is now gaining attention again among smallholder farmers. The introduction of genetically modified cotton in Kenya 5 years ago has brought major changes. Farmers are experiencing higher yields and spending less on pesticides and farm inputs. With reduced costs and improved production, many farmers are now earning more from the cotton. The new variety is also easier to manage, making it more attractive to those who have abandoned cotton farming in the past. Better production has opened up stronger market connections, allowing farmers to sell more and increase their income. As adoption continues to grow, cotton farming is once again becoming an important important source of livelihoods in Lamu, offering hope for a more stable and productive future.
Uchunguzi inachukuliwa na IPOA.
Lakini kuiuza ilikuwa ni jambo ambalo tulikuwa tunateseka. Unaenda na gunia zako 250, lakini una shida hapo siku 3,
ambayo cost of production yake ilikuwa juu sana. Tukizingatia pamba sana inaharibiwa sana na boron na mambo kama jacids, red spider mites.
Kulimia kwa wakati, usafi, mbolea kwa wakati, iko na uwezo eka moja niko na uwezo wa kutoa kilo 1200.
Kwa bei ya leo ile kilo ile ya zamani ingenipa shilingi 21,000. Lakini kwa biti nitapata shilingi 72,000.
Juu unapanda tu kidogo, ikifika futi moja inaanza kutoa matawi na inaanza kutoa mbegu. Na ile muda wa kuzaa kama miezi 2 unakuta inatoa mbegu nyingi na hujatumia dawa nyingi, na unatumia dawa kama ni sampuli moja ya dawa.
And Kenya is calling on its engineers to step forward and take a leading role in developing the blue economy. This sector, which includes activities like fishing, marine transport, and coastal tourism, already contributes about 2.5% to the country's GDP and supports millions of people. However, the government now wants more than just ideas and theories. Engineers are being challenged to create practical innovation solutions that can unlock the full potential of Kenya's oceans, lakes, and rivers by designing better fishing technologies, improving marine infrastructure, and promoting sustainable practices. Engineers can help grow the economy while promoting natural resources. The future of Kenya's blue economy depends on action where creativity meets real-world impact.
We are also a country with a young population, rising infrastructure needs, and growing regional role. For us, the blue economy is not a side conversation. It is one of the most practical frontiers of our next phase of growth.
Our work, therefore, as engineers is to ensure that our environmental protection, climate resilience, and engineering design move together from the start rather than being treated as separate conversations.
Engineers are not merely builders of infrastructure, but they are architects of systems, innovators of solutions, and stewards of sustainability. Whether designing a climate-resilient ports, advancing clean maritime energy, or developing smart waste management systems, engineering bridges the gap between vision and reality.
Now, around 80% of Kenyans now have access to electricity. This is according to the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, EPRA, which says demand for power has grown significantly. Speaking at the 7th EPRA Research and Innovation Conference, Acting Director General Joseph Okech says that while progress has been made, challenges still remain. He noted that access and affordability continue to affect many households. However, he added that these challenges also create an opportunity. By working together across sectors and within the region, Kenya can find solutions to strengthen energy supply and meet growing demands. As the country moves forward, to collaborate will be key to ensuring reliable and affordable electricity for all.
That energy affordability remains out of reach for millions of our citizens. Energy security continues to underpin the stability and growth of our economies. When you consider energy security, there's a need for the whole continent to look at energy systems. Our current systems remain vulnerable to disruptions, whether from global fuel market shocks, like the ones we are currently experiencing, supply chain constraints, climate variabilities, or infrastructure limitations. To strengthen electricity interconnections and enable integrated regional power systems, it means building efficient, transparent energy markets that allow power and fuels to flow where they are needed most in the past. Further, I emphasize that collaboration remains the cornerstone of progress. The challenges we face cannot be addressed in silos.
We make electricity more available. We are also looking into ways to make use of it affordably. For example, there is push towards clean cooking with electricity as one of the options. These aims definitely to reduce dependence on biomass.
Now, Kenya is taking steps towards economic self-reliance by promoting indigenous knowledge as a valuable resource. The government is encouraging communities to transform traditional skills and practices into commercial opportunities. Leaders in the cultural and gender sectors emphasize that indigenous knowledge can drive innovation and job creation. Efforts are being made to protect and formalize these cultural assets so that communities can benefit economically. This approach aims to strengthen local economies while preserve cultural heritage for future generations.
Those whose knowledge creates a value must be the primary beneficiaries of the commercial transactions that value enables. Secondly, I call upon the county governments to make concrete commitments toward integrating indigenous knowledge, intellectual assets into their county integrated development plans.
Now, in sports news, the Ulinzi Complex Stadium was busy as competitors from around the world held their final training session ahead of the 7th Kip Keino Classic Continental Tour. The event will take place on Friday, starting in the afternoon and ending at night, featuring top international performers. For the first time, under 20 category has been introduced in the 800 meters and 3,000 meters flat and 3,000 meters steeplechase races. This is meant to prepare young competitors for the World Under-20 Championship in in USA. In August, the competition is expected to be highly competitive as both seniors and junior participants showcase their talent.
After the indoors, I put a national record for the indoors. Now I think I'll lower the national record for the outdoor.
I feel like by this time last year, I feel like this meet was later on in the season. So like, I feel like I had so many meets under my belt by the time I got here. So I'm just right now just trying to get in the rhythm of just being back in competition mode. So this will be my 3rd meet of the season so far. And I'm just trying to get back in the flow of things.
And finally, it's a wrap for EBN News at 1 p.m. Many thanks for watching. I'm Leticia Afandi. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.